We discuss definitely not a new topic, but something that you want to know because of the latest developments of what is happening right now. I'm sure if you listen carefully to that opening prophecy, it would tell you what exactly I'm about to tell you today. So the devil is in the details. A one world church. It is an extraordinarily arrogant belief system attempting to appease the demands, represents a kind of cultural suicide. Harmony purchased at the price of freedom of speech is the kind of bargain that ends with the devil unscathed and everything else in flames, especially if you're not part of the first flight, and I'm talking about rapture. Now, the signing ceremony between the Pope Francis and Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayyib was more of a staged play just to convince the world that Christianity and Muslims are in harmony by arriving hand in hand in a symbol of interfaith brotherhood. This document that they were signing and so-called celebrating boldly declares that the diversity of religions that we see in the world was willed by God. And then I asked myself, where does it say that in the Bible? In essence, this is saying that it is the will of God that there are hundreds of different religions in the world and that they are all acceptable in His sight. We know that the elite want a one world religion, but to see the most important clerics from both Catholicism and Islam make such a dramatic public push for it is absolutely disturbing and a confirmation of prophecy fulfilled. So, the one world religion described in Revelation chapter 17 verses 1 to 18 as the great harlot will be a part of the end time scenario. The term harlot is used throughout the Old Testament as a metaphor for a false religion. And that is my point of discussion today. So how does that become the will of God? According to Pope Francis, I said it before on my show. I told you, I said, get out of the United Nations now. I even asked the question, what does it cost to leave the United Nations? Now, the political United Nations I was referring to at that time has now got a spiritual equivalent, a new world order religion, the United Religions, a major development in the coming kingdom of the Antichrist. So the end times are unfolding before our very eyes, people. Things are speeding up very quickly. If you blink, you'll miss it. This might be Islam, a new foundation of the coming one world religion. The Bible says will assemble in the last days. One world religion refers to the merging of all existing religions to establish a single global religion. So I'm talking about Christianity, Buddhists, you name it. They've all got all sorts of different names, all coming there together and say, we are one. We don't even read the same Bible. We don't even have the same beliefs. We have different practices. One wonders how then that becomes one. The Catholic Church might call the shots, and Islam will provide the muscle with their tens of millions of jihad warriors. Now there will be martyrs for Islam under the command of the Roman king. Though usually not enforced, teaching that Jesus is the only God is considered to be an act of insulting Allah or the Prophet Muhammad. And offenders can be subject to imprisonment for 5 or more years, fined from 215 dirhams, which is equivalent to about $68,100, to 2 million dirhams, and Christians may be deported, depending on where they are. Now, to add to the confusion of the bringing, understanding and, of course, the tolerance, Sunni Muslim leader Sheikh Ahmed Al-Tayyib, who is widely touted as a moderate Muslim, strongly believes that Muslims who convert from Islam to any other religion, including Christianity, that they want to include in this one world religion, by the way, should be killed. So if the idea of the one world religion headquarters is to bring tolerance and understanding and, of course, peace, then why build it in a Muslim country where conversion is illegal? And why do it together with a Muslim cleric who teaches that Muslim apostates should be killed? Isn't that the opposite of a tolerance and understanding